Hello Taurus, welcome to your reading for January 2022. It's the last day of the year and I wanted to get that reading out before the month actually started. I shuffled all my cards off camera, but for good measure, just do it once or twice for you here. I'm going to do a horseshoe spread that does a general reading for your love interest. If you have a specific person in mind, I'll do a relationship spread next. I have also oracle cards from Spirit, and then I have oracle cards from a specific person if you want those. And then I have some general angel advice cards, and I have a few of my Eros Kiss erotic cards if you want to stick around to the end for that. Alrighty. So let me start off with the general horseshoe spread. Alright, it looks like I got them all on camera this time. Alright, let me pull one of these cards. Okay. So, in your horseshoe spread, this is general for you. We got your past, present, 3 to 4 month future, you in a nutshell, your environment, your hopes or fears, and then your 12-month outcome. Let's see. Interesting. So it looks like in the past maybe some sort of truth was revealed, or maybe you overcame some sort of shadow side to yourself. Yeah, because these dogs are barking at this bright light. We got a bright light of Nike right here, victory. So I'm not sure what you did recently in the past, but it looks like you overcame something. So that's great. The present situation, well, the swords tend to be more of a harsh tone on their meanings. They're about mental awareness, communications, words. It looks like, and it's paired with here with the water nymphs, you got the 5 of swords. It looks like there might be some fighting going on, and it might be very shallow bickering. Whether you're denying your emotions or diving deep and drowning into your emotions, I'm not sure. Let me pull a second card. Yeah, so there's some sort of fighting, and it might even be written down, isolated. It means maybe it's in a text. I doubt someone will send you a letter, but yeah, there's something about like fighting, and it's written down, and everyone's reading all about it, and you don't really like it. Man, so I'm sorry about that. That can't feel too good for you. It looks like there might be some heartache in your situation. Whether it's the person that caused the heartache, or it's about the heartache, or the fact that they exposed one of your secrets, it could be that broke your heart. But that looks like what's going on in your current situation. Then we have your 3 to 4 month future. Interesting. Okay. Need a second card. So in your 3 to 4 month future, we got the Strength in reverse, and we got Artemis, Goddess of the Light. And then I pulled out these cards to kind of expand on it. So it looks like in the future, you're going to be making some sort of really tough decision, but you have all the strength you need to do it. You might even, I guess you're deep in your emotions. You might even have to, turn off your emotions, or suppress emotions, or just do the logical thing. Because Saturn is about logic, restriction, order. So it looks like you're just gonna full strength to do what you gotta do, and you might be walking away from a situation in the future. the good thing about this Artemis card is she came up in a lot of the last readings. She's also known, she's a hunter, clearly, as you can see from the card, but she's also known for her ravishing beauty. So whether you're a guy or girl, you know, if you're on the playing field, people do like what they see when they look at you. So that always helps when you're trying to find new attention. Okay. This is you in a nutshell. And it looks like it's tying back to the situation, the present situation too. So this card, I don't like seeing it, but you know, it happens. We got the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and then we got Iris messages in reverse. So generally I love the Iris card. I love rainbows and the happiness and the full spectrum of life that it offers, but it's in reverse, so it could be that some of the messages out there about you are not very flattering. Yeah, I'll just leave that on that. And it looks like maybe someone spilled the beans. This card also tends to be about, especially in relationships, that one person is giving significantly more to the relationship than the other. It's not an equal, balanced relationship. You know, someone's giving all their time, all their money to make something work, while someone else is just not really putting that much in. It could be that they don't have anything left to give because they're giving it to something else, whether they're working overtime or they have other friends or family or other romantic interests that they're, you know, giving time to, so they have nothing left for you in this relationship. And it could also be you, maybe, that, you know, is not giving enough to the relationship, you know, not to blame you or something, but, you know, sometimes, you know, you gotta pick what you're gonna do on your day, and sometimes it just can't be, you can't be cuddling because you gotta do other things. You gotta, you know, make money, I guess. But that's you in your current situation. So here's your environment, and the environment is not in your direct control, but, you know, the weather outside can affect what you do or don't do in a certain day. So it looks like there's a lot of skepticism. We got psyche, doubtfulness. People are not trusting what they see. They're not trusting truth, or they might not know what the truth is around you. Interesting. And that could make sense, because if there's like a lot of, you know, garbage written out there, maybe that's confusing people. It's hard to believe it if it's written down. You know, can it be true? We also got the environment as the Chariot, which in general is a pretty good card. A card of moving forward, a card of pride, achievement, focus. So I mean, that's interesting. It's a mixed bag of, you know, good and bad in your environment. These are your hopes or your fears. So fear not, because it is a hope or a fear. It is not the truth, necessarily. So it looks like you're hoping that everything is going to come together in the right time, in the right place, in the cosmic order, which is fine. I mean, that's a fair thing to hope for. It could also be a fear in that sense, that you want to make sure everything happens, you know, the way it's planned. And maybe one of your fears here is the devil in reverse. You fear being trapped and locked down. You fear being in a bad relationship. But there's no necessarily reason to fear such a thing. I mean, fearing it will only bring it to you more than actually keep it out. If that makes sense. You'll start manifesting what you think of all the time. And if it happens, you know, you'll be able to recognize when it happens and get out. But, you know, you don't have to think about it until it's actually on your back door. Alright. And we got your 12-month outcome over here in your general romance forecast. Whew. So let's get an extra card or two on this. You can't see what I got here. Okay. So your base card for your 12-month outcome is the Ten of Swords reversed, and then we got Orpheus Music reversed. So what I'm thinking is, the pain and suffering might be over. Generally, this card is about hitting rock bottom. But now that it's in reverse, it's kind of like you're starting to breathe again. You're starting to feel liberated. You're starting to get back to your normal self. You can see this Orpheus card. You found your strength. You found your creativity. You found your inner beauty that you've always had, but you never really realized. And it looks like whatever situation you were waiting to happen, you're not waiting for it anymore. You're also done. You're done looking back over your shoulder. You're done worrying about if someone's sneaking around or doing something that they're not supposed to. So that is a very freeing feeling right there. And I pulled this romance card to you as advice in this situation. And it's actually in reverse. We got reconciliation, but in reverse. So I'm going to take it as an opposite. So the advice to you might be not to get back together with someone, just to stay single a little longer until you can figure out what you need to kind of clear your mind of the emotions that might cloud your judgment, and have a logical decision before you decide anything for sure. Okay, so give me 1 second to shuffle the cards, and I will do your one-on-one relationship spread. Okay, so I did shuffle the cards off camera. I'll do 1 through 5 on the camera just for good measure. And this is your one-on-one relationship spread if you have a specific person in mind. And if you stick around, I have advice cards from Spirit, and then oracle cards from the person in mind, and then general romance angels advice cards also. Alrighty. Oh yeah, and don't forget the sex cards too. Okay, so this is your relationship spread. Generally this is you, and then generally this is your partner. You can flip it if you need to, since it's a general reading. Sometimes, the energies can be switched. Well, this is an interesting pair. So it looks like the energy for you, the current, it looks like you're pulled away, but in the festivities. So maybe you're going out to parties, but you're going to be that strange person in the corner. Or maybe you just don't feel like you fit in at the parties. And it could be maybe that gossip that might be written about you might have you feeling a little ashamed. Maybe that's why you don't want to interact. Yeah, or maybe there's something about going to the parties that you're not fully enjoying, but you do want to have fun. You're just not feeling safe enough to get out there. This is your partner's energy. Interesting. So we got the King of Pentacles in reverse, and we got Hilarity's Faithfulness in reverse. So it looks like maybe your partner might be diving deep into spending money and presents right now. Really kind of overindulging in the earthly materials. And we got paired here with, which is interesting because the king is normally like a very giving person, but in reverse he could be almost stingy, not willing to share, oddly enough. Okay, and then we got that paired with Hilarity's Faithfulness, but since it's in reverse, it's like Hilarity's was a very faithful worker, but it's in reverse, so maybe he's like in a disloyal, or he's not really working right now. Maybe he's being a little lazy and just playing with his presence and not getting too much done, which is fine, I guess. Yeah, that is what it is. Alright, so the shared energy in between you guys. The past situation looks pretty fun. We got the Sun, and we got Dionysus merrymaking. So it looks like, the Sun is the most highest, joyous card there is. It's about freedom. It's about being fully exposed and being proud of yourself, being honest and truthful. And then we got Dionysus merrymaking. So that's basically a party card again. So in the past, you guys looked like you were having a lot of fun partying, getting together. Yeah. So in the current shared energy between you guys, Taurus, We got Temperance in reverse, and we got Prometheus Cunning. So generally Temperance in, normal way is like about patience and metering yourself in balance and sometimes healing. It's also the card of, what is it? Jupiter and Sagittarius. Not Jupiter. It's, yeah, that's right. So it could be that maybe something's going out of balance, out of disharmony. Something is not necessarily hurting but not healing either. Something might, be a little bit too extreme right now in between you guys. We got Prometheus Cunning. Prometheus is the god that gave fire to the humans. So maybe, yeah. And he wasn't supposed to give the fire to the humans. He was forbidden from doing that, but he did it anyways. So maybe you guys are just, between you guys, you might be doing something you're not supposed to. Or just not in sync with each other right now. Okay, so we got the shared energy in between you guys and the future Taurus. We got Pegasus Nature in reverse, and we got the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is normally about being in your head, overthinking, not being able to sleep. When you sleep, you have a bad dream. There's a little bit of the element of fighting force, remembering some sort of fight, or remembering, or at least thinking there was a fight. Maybe the other person didn't even think there was a fight sometimes, but you thought there was a fight. And we got Pegasus Nature in reverse. So the Pegasus is a very helpful animal. He's like the king of the Pegasi, and he could travel between, heaven, earth, and hell. But it's in reverse. So I don't know, maybe there's something that's stuck, or something that's not free, not liberated. Maybe you think you went too high or out of bounds, or maybe you were too brash and something, you think you kicked something over, metaphorically, in the future. But the future is yours to change if you want to, especially since these are just the minor arcana cards. Or at least this one is. These are major, and they're in the past anyways. So yeah, if you do think you're going to be overthinking it, just make sure you're clear with your words, and don't do it. Make that choice. Alrighty. So let me pull the cards. Move these to the side. Okay. I got some oracle cards for general, from Spirit to you. So if you do have a specific situation you're thinking of, hopefully this helps you. I did shuffle them off camera, but once or twice in front of you for good measure. Alrighty. So we got addiction, and addiction is affecting this relationship in reverse. And typically I'll say when things are in reverse, it's either blocked or to the extreme, and we'll figure that out as we go along. We got true love. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. We got passion. Try something you've never done before. So I'll definitely have to pull some of those Eros Kiss cards for you. We got fate. This is a destined partnership. We got finances in reverse. Financial challenges are affecting this connection. And we got stability. This relationship can stand the test of time. And as a Taurus, don't you want stability the most? Alrighty. So I was remembering that you had if you had a specific partner in mind, it was the King of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. So it could be, yeah, maybe they feel a little tight in their money, or money is somehow affecting them. Maybe they spent too much on presents, as silly as that sounds. And that could be affecting the relationship right now. they might even be addicted to spending. But it looks like generally the cards are pretty good. I mean, you got true love, passion, fate, stability. So these are pretty good cards. And Spirit has a, you know, bird's eye view of the situation. They're not going to be lying to you one way or the other. Okay. So while we're here, I'll pull the Eros Kiss cards because this is saying to try something new anyways. So these are cards I made myself. You're welcome to try them or not as you wish. This is your body and your time. You could try one or all of them. So whether these are things, I didn't ask, so I guess it could be either way now, that you want or your partner wants. We got sex me, sudden and overwhelming, but upside down. So maybe it could be like either, again, to the extreme, or I'm going to say to the extreme because it's paired with that. Romance me, blindfold, BDSM, rape fantasy, and batteries acquired. So if someone does want a rape fantasy, you just need to discuss that and get that outlined before. Have your safe word ready if you need one. Batteries acquired, you might want to try new toys with batteries, different sizes, different shapes, different devices. It does look like you got a lot of the BDSM kind of cards here. So yeah, maybe someone wants to try something, you know, more extreme. Giving and taking, surrendering power, having power, that can be a very big turn on, more than the actual physical act for some people. Blindfolds are pretty simple because it doesn't actually hurt anyone. You know, there's no physical risk, but it turns off your eyes and you have more ability to feel, and you give up your control of sight to your partner and trust that they're going to do keep you safe and keep you well taken care of. Sexting and romance is easy enough to do if you want to just, you know, try some soft stuff. Alright, Taurus, I'll pull my next set of cards for you. Alright, so if you do have a specific person in mind, these are cards from them to you. I am waiting patiently. I don't know how I feel. I don't need your approval. I wish I had treated you better. I know it is a distraction from your pain. Leaving you hurt me. Please don't blame yourself. Interesting. So I'm not sure if you might have a dispute, but let's see. They might not believe that you actually care for them. And because of this dispute, they might be waiting for you to do something, say something. Could be waiting for an apology, waiting for you to change, or give them something that they were expecting. Not necessarily that you have to do it, but that's how, you know, they feel. So, despite that, it seems like they might have pulled back from you, I guess, to get what they want. Whether that was out of a healthy choice or to be manipulative, find out, right? Please don't blame yourself. Alright. Let me pull some of these cards too. Jeez. Alright. So, I don't think they're really feeling good about what they look like right now, or metaphorically what they look like. They're not sure if you're going to forgive them, They don't want you to talk to them right now. Maybe they think that's for your best interest. Looks like they have some trust issues, and they feel they gave you everything. And I still remember how you had that one King of Pentacles. What was it? That King of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe they feel like they gave you everything. They feel like they spent all the money on you and they have nothing left. But it seems like maybe you might want to wait for them to cool down if there was a specific dispute that you had between the two of you. Alright, now. Okay. So I pulled these angel advice cards for you. We got Amethyst. Reveal yourself, or revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved for who you truly are. We also got Deception in reverse. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. And I pulled this as advice to you, so and it's paired with this Amethyst. I don't know if you're hiding your true self, you're not allowing someone to know who you really are. But your advice is to pull off your mask and let people see the real you, the true you, the naked you, with nothing hidden, nothing obscured, everything in plain sight. That gives someone a chance to love you for who you are and as you are. And if you're hidden, you're denying them that chance, that opportunity to know the real you, and what a loss that is to the world for someone to not know the real you in this entire world. Amethyst is also a very affordable stone to have. If you want to buy it, wear it on a ring, wear it on a necklace, whatever. And that could be a reminder to you as you wear it, to be yourself, be you. Yeah, this isn't a romance card, but I pulled it anyways. You could think of it as for career, or you could put it in context of your relationship. Teaching. You inspire young people to learn. So it could be that you need to teach your partner about you, or you could consider going into the teaching field. There's also kind of a sense of like one person talking to many. Kind of a person in authority. I think you have it. Yeah. So it could even, I know that's not what this card says, it's teaching, but it could be like, you know, looking at the person as the master and, you know, submissives, and having that difference in power that might be wanting to be explored. Claircognizance. Archangel Uriel. Pay attention to your thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Yeah, so if you have a thought that randomly pops into your head, that's your answer, especially if you hear it multiple times. For me, oftentimes if I have a question, I'll start hearing songs. I guess the clearest example for me was some years ago when I was in a bad relationship. A guy kept telling me I was a fat, ugly cow, literally. And as a result, I started hearing the song. It was on like the Boys Town Live radio. It was, I don't know the name of the song, but it was a sassy black woman who kept saying, "I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful, damn it." So it was kind of funny, like that song of all songs came into my head. And oftentimes for me, that's what I'll hear is songs when I'm thinking of a situation, or when I'm not doing much. If I'm taking a bath or washing dishes, whatever, if I'm not mentally stimulated, not engaging in watching a TV show, if it's a quiet time, ideas will come like that to my head. The other thing about this is typically when you ask the question, the first idea or first thought is from spirit, and the second idea is from your monkey mind. So take the first one that came to mind, and the second one might be from your monkey mind, which might be a little bit more fear, a little bit more cautious of change. But spirit is always the one you want to listen to. And I got this for Aries, and I did shuffle the cards, and then I pulled this again, Odysseus, the journey. So the story of Odysseus is like, you know, he went on all these challenges. So for you, it might be time for you to go off on a quest or a journey. Could even be like a vacation, but to enjoy the journey as much as the destination. Get out of the house if you can. Alright, so that is everything I have for you, Taurus. Thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I can see you again next month.